All right, percussionists, today we're going to be talking about the beautiful suspended cymbal, one of my favorite percussion instruments. Up on the board, we have a couple examples of different things you're going to see, but let's start out with talking about how this cymbal is played and the different parts of it. So the main two parts you're going to need to know about it are this is called the bow and this is called the bell. You'll hear a difference in sound. That's bow. That's the bell. Okay, so when we're playing this with a snare drum stick, it'll often tell you with a snare drum stick. It'll say with a snare drum stick at the beginning. Stick grip is the exact same for snare drum. Okay, pinch, roll around. Our default is going to be on the bow of the cymbal. Okay, so when we play this, we're going to play it just like we're striking a snare drum, except we only have one stick. What's our other hand going to do? Well, it's going to hover around the edge of it. I like it just right here, because if we have a rest, then we're going to grab it and mute it. So for example, this measure is going to go 1, 2, rest, 4. I would play it like this. 1, 2, rest, 4. Okay? So you can see that on the rest, I muted it with my hand. Here it is again. 1, 2, rest, 4. Okay? Now, if they want you to play on the bell, they will tell you. It'll say on the bell. So for this example, I'm going to hit all of these on the bell. 2. You can get different sounds off this bell by hitting with the tip. It's a little lighter sound. If you want that heavy bell sound, a lot of drummers, when they hit on the bell, hit with the thicker part of the stick. It's a kind of different timbre. So it's just about making different colors of sound like all percussion is. Okay? Now, if you're doing faster stuff, you can use 2 hands, 2 sticks on it. But the biggest thing that the suspended cymbal is used for is for rolls, and they make things really, really epic. So we're going to talk about rolls right now. Now, ordinarily we would do it with 2 of these, but I cannot find the other one of these yarn mallets. These are nice and heavy, and they get it to really vibrate. But I'm going to just do it with 2 timpani mallets to demonstrate it for you, okay? So, we can see here, oh, by the way, these are usually marked with X's, the suspended cymbal. They don't have to be, but it's commonly done for that, and that would be a filled-in note head, and then our open note head would be a diamond like this. So this diamond with a stem is a half note, and we can see that we have 3 slashes on it. That denotes that they want us to roll. So what we're going to do is we're going to grip our sticks just like we would a snare drum stick, and we're going to go on the outer edges. If you roll too close, you're not going to get good vibration. So you're trying to make this whole cymbal. If I could do this in slow motion, it looks really cool. You might want to look that up. But I'm going to try to get this vibrating smoothly, and then in 2 beats, because this half note lasts for 2 beats, so 1, 2, then it's tied to this note because this is where we're releasing it. Now, there is a difference between these 2 measures. This one does not have this extra tie-on after. This tie-on means let it ring, but sometimes they'll write LV, which stands for let vibrate. So now these 2 measures are the same, they're just different ways of writing them. If I didn't have let vibrate here, this measure would be like this. 1, 2, 4. And then I would mute it on 4 because that's the rest and it's telling me not to let it vibrate. Okay, now sometimes they're poorly marked and you just have to use your musical knowledge to know if you should let it vibrate or not. Most of the time, let it vibrate. Okay, let's go back into the basics of it. Again, as far out on the edges as possible. You want them to be on the exact same side. If I do it like this, you can do it, but it's not going to get vibrating as quickly or as smoothly as if I do it out like this. Okay? Really smooth, even, quick strokes. If I do like too fast with this one and too slow with this one, it's going to get going, but it's not going to be as even and as smooth and as beautiful as we want it to. Okay, so let's do this one and we're going to let it vibrate. So 2 beats of roll. Slow motion, it looks like this, alternating. And then I gradually speed up to increase the volume. Now, most of the time, they'll mark that they want you to start quiet and crescendo to loud and then release. But you can kind of assume on rolls that you're going to start a little quiet. Sometimes they're just sustained and you're just keeping 1. You'll see that, but this is far more common. Okay, so let's see it again. A roll from piano to forte. We're going to get from piano to forte in 2 beats. Release on this quarter note that the roll is tied to, and then this means let it ring. So here we go. Ready, go. 1, 2, and let it ring out. And that is how you play the suspended cymbal with a snare drum stick, or how you do these suspended cymbal rolls.